This is a box pan brake. This is a pretty large one. It's an 8-footer. These are designed with removable teeth, so as you can see, there's all this hardware on top to take these teeth out. So when you lift this up, this is the lever to go up and down with the upper piece. And it's counterweighted, and these counterweights here are for the leverage action when you're bending metal. This gives you the extra weight or strength to offset when you're bending thicker metal. This is a Magnum 8-foot box pan brake. Really for the price and competitive price, it's an offshore piece, but it's really well made. And so far, I mean, I've only just had it for a while, but it's a very precise instrument for bending. You can, being a box pan brake, it's designed for bending 90-degree bends and making boxes with sheet metal. But I use it for a variety of things. It's nice, you can remove the teeth. You can put a piece on either side of the teeth and bend lips. Whereas if it was all just one solid piece, you wouldn't be able to remove teeth and have that space for edges to be bent up. So yeah, I love it. It's a great piece. My last one was only 6 feet. So having an 8-footer, which is just slightly over 8 feet, you can bend a whole sheet. You can bend the whole edge of a sheet or a whole sheet in it, it's awesome. So that's this is my go-to bender for all my stainless and precision bending. There's a variety of these. There's some small sheet metal benders and different ways of bending. So for those that don't have the space for a big machine like this or the budget, these machines aren't cheap. I think they ballpark between $8,000 and $12,000 for one this size. So they make smaller hand brakes, which are just made out of 2 pieces of angle iron, basically, and you can get them in, I think they're as small as 24 inches, and with handles on them, and you can clamp them to your table, and you can put the piece of metal in there and you can bend it by hand. So I have one of those for just doing quick stuff, and I started off before I could afford this bigger piece. You know, you buy what you can afford. So the small hand brakes start at about $300, $300 to $500 for a decent one, and then you can work your way up to a box pan brake. These come in 3 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, and 8 feet, and you know, a 3 to 6 footer, I think you can start around $1,800. So if something this big isn't in your budget, you can definitely get a quality machine for that $1,800 up to about $3,000 if that's more closer to your budget and you can afford that. I recommend them over the small hand brakes because the small ones are generally, you know, they're made for light gauge metal, and when you want to start bending stainless or anything thicker than 20 gauge, like, you know, you get into 16 gauge, 18 gauge, this one will even bend, this one is rated, I believe, for 12 gauge, which is 1/8 inch mild steel, and it will bend 16 gauge stainless, no problem.